Today I want to share with you 8 things that I really wish I knew before turning 40. Hi, I'm Antonietta, I'm 41, soon to be 42, and I'm on a process of rebuilding my body and my life. And those are 8 things that I really wish I knew before starting this completely new journey that is turning 40. Lesson number 1 is life won't change until you change it. I don't know if you've experienced the same pattern that I have, but I felt like I spent my entire life waiting for something to happen so I would do that, waiting for somebody to show up so I could become that person. Once I turned 40, I stopped waiting and realized that life was in my own hand and I was the only one that was able to change it if I wanted to. Otherwise, absolutely nothing will happen because you are the only one that has a say in your own life. Lesson number 2, and I think this is probably one of the most important lessons that I learned as soon as I hit 40, and they took me in a whole new journey of self-discovery. And that is figure out who you are. Until you turn 40, it's like you are the person that society tells you to be. You don't even realize that the way you acting, you just fitting into a stereotype. Who you expecting to be, the good daughter, the good sister, the good partner, the good student. You are fitting a stereotype. You don't even realize how much society is controlling the way you acting, the way you making decision, the way your behavior is expressing. It's like we've been waiting for permission all our life to be the person that they were expecting us to be. It's feel like for the first 40 years of your life, you are never you. Once I hit 40, I realized how important was to just remove all this layer of societal acceptance and discover who was the truth, authentic self that was hiding within. And nothing else is possible unless you realize who you truly are. And now let's go to number 3. Upgrade your identity. Once you figure out who you are, once you understand how to be truly authentic to yourself, shout that self to the sky. Honestly, upgrade who you are to 100. You finally have permission to be your truest, honest self and amplify that. We are not quiet anymore. We don't sit in the background anymore. We are taking space finally. And that is a beautiful place to be. Number 4, work with your body and your mind. There's so many habits that I had to shift, things that I had to place in a different way in my life because I stopped doing things in a way that other people were telling me to do. For example, working with my body for me, it meant stop having breakfast. I know that is shocking because everybody say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Breakfast should be where you eat the most. I'm originally from Italy. We don't have breakfast. We have coffee. I came to UK a while back, almost 15 years ago, and for everybody it was shocking how dare I not having breakfast. So I start to introduce breakfast in my routine without changing the rest of the day. I didn't realize that not having breakfast was actually keeping me from be obese the way I became once I came here, because I had extra calorie, lot of calorie for how important is the main meal of the day without changing the rest of the routine. But for the way I function, I am more searching for food in the evening because I have morning energy, not evening energy. And for me, that means that when I wake up in the morning after my coffee, I want to do a lot. I don't want to waste my time cooking. I don't want to waste my time eating. I don't even think about food. What I'm thinking of, okay, what need to be done today? Let's get it done. Let's go on. I don't have evening energy. I relax in the evening. I want to watch a movie or I want to edit video because that for me is passive. It's sucking my soul, my energy. So I'll do in the evening, not when I'm high. But that also means that my brain at the same time start to wonder, I want to have more snack, more food. So I want to make myself happy and I give myself what I want, the time I want, not when the people in society tell me to do it. Learn to work with your body and with your mind. I fit high energy tasks in the morning because that's when the energy match. If I was to film this video in the evening, it would be like this because I could barely keep my eyes open. I just need to lie down in bed and rest. But now I have a high vibration and this is a high vibration task and it's matching. So learn to work with yourself, not when society or your friend, your partner, whatever is telling you to do stuff. So learn to shift your habits when it's convenient for you, when it's working well for you. Now, lesson number 5, and this is so important, and I think I'm saying this is important to all of them because they are so crazy important, and that is develop discipline. I feel like I lack discipline all my life. I was so busy people pleasing and I didn't even realize that I was a people pleasing person. I just was so busy fitting into societal expectation that I kept just waving around because the most interesting thing about society and is that it's going to give you completely opposite message and you don't know where to fit. So I lack discipline. I keep changing mind, changing career, changing who I was, the way I look. I kept changing hobbies. I kept changing every few months. And I didn't see result in anything I was doing because I was lacking discipline to sort out who I am, upgrade that identity, and stick with it. And that would have brought me a lot of success, a lot sooner. But now we learned that lesson and we develop discipline and the ability to do stuff even when we are tired, even when we don't feel like, even when our old self is trying to catch up with us and drag us back. Lesson number 6. And that is together with developing discipline. And lesson number 6 is consistency takes a lot longer than you think. That means that you need to stay consistent to things that you truly love and you really want to achieve in your life for a lot longer than you think. We don't realize that we tend to give up too quickly, too soon. We start a new project and after a few days we already start to feel anxious and kicking and thinking why we don't see the result that we want to see. We don't realize that that consistency has to last a lot longer. If you believe in something, if you think that that is the path for you, stick to it for years until you see the result. Not a few days, not a few weeks, not even a few months. For how saturated is this world, you need to last for years before even thinking to give up. And I would not even give up. You can pivot, you can make some change, but if you really believe in something, Stick to it because you never know when is your turn. Number 7, rebuilding is a linear process. There are a lot of setbacks in life. When you have a goal, for example, I am trying to fit into a healthy BMI, I've been stuck forever into an obese BMI, and now after I learn all these lessons, I am moving back successfully. But there are setbacks. When I start this journey a couple of months ago, many times I had a bad day. As long as you come back to it. When you want to build a career, when you want to lose weight, you want to see the progress going like this. Most likely the progress are going to be like this, a little bit like this. Like, it's crazy at the beginning, and then there will be a moment where you're just going up. This is the change you see. This is what rebuilding looks like most of the time. If you're expecting slow, consistent progress, what will happen is you're just getting frustrated, you're getting anxious, you start to feel like nothing is going as planned, you need to change completely what you're doing, and then poof, you give up, you go somewhere else, you start something new again, when success was right behind the corner. And believe me, I am so guilty of doing that. I don't know if my face is new to you guys, because in the last 5 years, this was me. I was starting something, get frustrated, and giving up altogether. And I started so many YouTube channel, Instagram account, TikTok account. Like, I don't know how many accounts of me are out there. I lost them, I lost count. Because I will keep starting and giving up, because we go back to number 1 and number 2, I didn't know who I was. And because I didn't really trust myself, I wasn't sticking to my truest value. I wasn't clear on my truest message. So you need to learn to know yourself, to work with yourself, turn off the noise of the people around you, and stick into things. Develop discipline. Rebuilding is possible and it's a beautiful process, but you need to expect that it's gonna be like this for a long time. And now we are at the final one, number 8, and it's the most beautiful one, and that is rebuilding one area of your life will affect all others. It's like a ripple effect. Everything else is going to change. For example, now my focus is to fit into a healthy BMI, but I know as this journey progresses and as I'm getting to the end of it, my career is going to transform completely at the same time. And my dream is to make this one my career while I'm working on myself. As I'm hitting my goal of healthy BMI, I know also my social media account is going to be affected and transformed completely, because that person that is fitting a healthy BMI is going to be the person that shine on social media, while the person that is obese is sitting an obese BMI has a different level of confidence, a different attitude, a different way to talk to camera, and a different way to dress up. And as I'm on this journey, I can see changes happening already. If you take a video of 2 months ago, I already look and appear completely different, and it may not have changed a lot in weight and in kilo term, but it has already changed a lot on the way that I like to present myself to the world. So when you're working in one area of your life, give it your all, because it's going to affect everything. These were the 8 lessons that I wish I learned before I turn 40. Thank you for following my journey. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!